Okay, David, first half, we won't talk about it. There was nothing of any consequence that took place. A lot to get through in the second half, and the vast majority of which surrounds VAR, unfortunately. There were some decisions today that VAR checked and didn't give Everton's way in particular, which we thought they should have got. Then there are a couple of incidents that we felt should have been checked and weren't checked. In its current guise, there must be serious doubts about VAR and the way we are reaching calls or not getting to them at all.
Especially if you're an Everton, fan or player. They obviously had the decision last week go against them, and then today there's 2-3 incidents. We could talk about the handball first with Ali. I think that's a penalty. His hand is above his head, hits his hand. It's not like whether or not Mina is going to get on the end of it. His hand is still in an unnatural position, and it's a handball. Then there's the incident where Richarlison turns Davinson Sanchez inside the box. To me, he takes a swipe at him, pulls him down. Martin Atkinson doesn't give anything. It goes on, but see, the problem is I don't know if that's being checked. Is Martin Atkins going to be told, look, you've missed this, go back? There's just so much. And then, obviously there's the unfortunate injury to Andre Gomez, which is never nice to see. But then, like Son, I believe, Son came in to tackle him, and it's the way Son has sent him. He's gone into earlier, which has caused the injury. But then he's given him a red card. It's like, is that checked then? Like,
that could have had serious repercussions for Tottenham, for example. If it had happened early in the game, they would have been unfairly down to 10 men. Also, I know we're not sure that Heung-min Son would have been in the right frame of mind to continue in the game anyway, given how upset he was by what had happened to Andre Gomez. But you're right. It's so unlike the TMO situation in rugby, whereby you can hear exactly what is being discussed between the referee and the television match official. So whether or not you agree with the decision, you can hear exactly how they've reached that call. We're here in Goodison Park today, you and I were watching the monitor, we were looking at all the replays and the VAR checks, yet we're left bewildered by the ultimate decision.
Yeah, but it's even that, the Ali handball, it's taken 4 or 5 minutes. It shouldn't take that long. Like, we have a monitor in front of us, I've seen it, and I said, it's a handball, it's a penalty. Like, rugby is not perfect, but they're a lot better than the way football is. And what's wrong with hearing what Martin Atkinson's saying? Do you know what I mean? It's almost as if we don't want to point a finger at someone to say you're wrong, but let's try and find a common ground that we can hear the conversation between Martin Atkinson and Stockley Park, whatever that is it a penalty? What do you think? I think it might be a foul. And then it's just, then at least once they make a decision, there's a bit more you kind of understand. Whereas at the moment we're sitting here and we don't know why it wasn't given. We don't know, like you had said on co-commentary at the time that you felt it was a foul. It might have been a foul, but then if it's a foul, then surely Spurs have a free kick. It doesn't go for a corner. So there's just so much inconsistencies, and I feel Everton have really been hard done by today.
We see in the case of UEFA and FIFA, the referee, if the VAR assistant feels that there's a case to be at least looked at, the referee's called over to the side of the pitch and a monitor is presented to him, and then the referee ultimately makes the call, which is in a way similar to what happens in rugby, because the referee will be in conversation with the TMO, but he's also looking at the big screen in the corner of the field as well and can come to his own conclusions. Is that something that should be looked at from a Premier League point of view, that it's not done remotely like it is, say, in the NFL, or it's done here, that you look at a monitor and the referee then can actually see for himself what's being looked at?
Yeah, 100%. Like, these people who are in the different areas in Stockley Park, wherever it is, they're all referees as well. Surely they're all mates, so they're obviously trying, like, I would think, this is my own opinion, that surely they're trying to help one another out and say, look, you might have gotten that one wrong, I think that's a penalty. And then surely you have enough respect in your mate to say, yeah, okay, then I'm with you. But there should be a monitor at the side of the pitch. Like, the length of time it's taking for Martin Atkinson to get the decision through, or whatever the conversation he's having with someone, surely he can walk over to the side of the pitch and check him under and just have the various different angles. It's the Premier League, there's more TVs here nowadays, the coverage is phenomenal, everything's available to them. He can surely look at a screen and say, I believe it's this, and at least then, if he gets it wrong, at least we can hold our hands up and say, do you know what, he's actually looked at it, in his opinion that is a penalty, or it's not a penalty, or if that's a foul, that's not a foul. But at the moment it's completely up in the air. Nobody knows what exactly is going on.
Finally, like when it comes to goal line technology, it's either a goal or it's not. The referee's wristwatch buzzes, it's black or white. When it comes to offside, almost all of the time. There was one or two decisions, but generally 9 out of 10. Yeah,
well,
the technology shows you. Firmino one was an odd one.
Yeah.
Technology shows us that he's either offside or he's not.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the premise of VAR, or would you like to see the system scrapped and boiled down to just those black or white decisions that are no longer open to interpretation?
I do like VAR for certain instances because it gets you the correct decision.
If it gets you the correct decision.
If it gets you the correct decision. Now, if you remember back to the goal Chelsea scored, I can't remember who it was against now. It might have been Norwich or something, where it was 35 seconds previous Mason Mount was offside. That then is coming too long. To me, then the linesman has missed it. That's just a human error. Do you know, it's unfortunate. The speed of football is just too fast for them to keep up all the time. But to answer your question, I would like VAR to stay, but I want it sharpened up. There has to be more. We have to know what we're using or what they're using. We have to know what the structure is. At the moment, it's too all over this place.
Thanks, David.
No problem. Thank you.